if I was to say my toughest fight, I would say Caio Borralho. Yeah, I think he's very underwhelmingly promoted. I think that's a kid that I see that's constantly getting better. I know he hasn't had like stellar performances that everybody likes, but he has a certain style that works very well. I think he's going to be a big problem, and he's got good jiu-jitsu. He's very well-rounded. So anybody that's super, super complete and well-rounded, I would definitely give a very high rating. So I would say that for him, in my opinion, I think he's probably someone that'll make his way up there. I think you have to go du Plessis. He's beaten former champion. He could grapple. He's got good cardio now, and he's a problem. You know, he's durable and whatnot. So yeah, I would definitely say he's second best, and you can't deny him. You know what I mean? He's done what everybody didn't think he could do. Not convincingly. I did have Sean Strickland winning 3-2, but I mean, hey, you can't be upset at it. It could have gone either way, and I wasn't that upset. I would even put Sean Strickland at second best, tied with du Plessis, just because the fight was so close. I think he deserves to be there. You know, he's got great cardio. He's got great pressure. He's got a very stifling style that frustrates a lot of people. So yeah, I would definitely put him up there. I mean, I've watched him for a while, but if I was, you know, to fight him and watch him, I'm not sure, man. I think you're gonna have a lot of front kicks against him. I think you have to have a lot of movement like people have had, but not so much retreat. I think you need to really fight for that centerpiece in the middle with him and mix it up more, you know, really make him, like du Plessis made him tired with the wrestling exchanges. And that's not something you see very often, but he made Sean work for it, you know? So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think there's like a clear cut path to beating this man super easy unless you catch him like Alex Pereira did with a left hook. I still think that that's something he's susceptible to, but yeah, I mean, you got to fight for the center and you got to push him backwards. Nobody likes fighting going backwards. I would say Israel Adesanya. I would say there's a lot of people in number 3. I mean, he's beaten pretty much everybody, right? He's beaten Cannonier, he's beaten Whittaker. I would even say he's up there in the number 1. I wouldn't say that he can't not get back there. I think du Plessis is very beatable, even though he's good. But I would definitely put him up there as one of the best middleweight champions that there's been, just because of his resume, his activity, and quite honestly, the balls that he's had to just keep fighting everybody. So, yeah. Yeah, number 5, you could put Paul Craig in there immediately. Like you can't put Paul Craig at the bottom of the list any faster. I'm not a fan of Paul Craig. Would love to fight the guy before he's done fighting. I don't know. There's something about him. I don't like him. I would love to fight him. And I don't understand a guy that can sit there and give you so many mean mugs and get in your face and then be an absolute bitch the second he gets hit and falls to his back like a female. It's terrible.
Robert the Reaper Whittaker!
Rob Whittaker, I think you could put in there in the 3 column, just because he's coming off a bunch of recent losses. I do think that his skills are worthy of 1 or 2, but I think just because of his late performances, I would put him at 3.
Jared the Killer Gorilla Cannonier. Cannonier I'll put in the same category as Robert. Brendan Allen, I would also put, I mean, he's on a hot streak, man, so I would put him in number 2. I just like that he uses everything, you know. I like that he uses his grappling and he uses his kickboxing, and he's, I think he's getting a little bit better each time he gets out there, you know. So, and plus, he's a friend of mine, so I'll throw him up there. But I think his skills are complete, you know. I don't think he has a ton of weak areas. And I think he's getting better. I would even say that Jared Cannonier is like, he's
he's deserving to be number 3 below him because I don't think he's as complete. You know, his style is he wants to stay on the feet and bang with you. So if my 1 to 5 rankings are going to be on completeness, you know, I think Borralho kickboxes very well, moves very well, has very good cardio. So does, you know, Israel Adesanya. He's shown he hasn't been tested too much in the grappling department, right? But he's also shown that he can defend the takedowns in which people have shot on him, and that he has good cardio. He has good kickboxing. So I'm going up the most complete fighter who uses the most, and yeah.
Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vettori.
Marvin Vettori, I would put at number 4. I'm not going to really speak on him too much. I don't really like watching him.
Paulo, the Eraser.
Paulo Costa, I'll put at number 3. I think he has really good jiu-jitsu that's underrated. He just doesn't use it. I think he favors the striking department a lot more.
Nassourdine, the Sniper.
Nassourdine Imavov, I would put at number 2. The only knock that I would have on him is I think he's gonna leave him at number 2. I think he's very complete as well. I'm not sure about his grappling game. I don't think that it's that solid, but he did, you know, put on an ass whooping against Dolidze, which I expected. That was my lock. I do a little podcast with my teammate Sean Brady, and he was my lock. I like watching him fight.
Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
Hernandez, I would put at number 3.
Khamzat Chimaev.
Khamzat, I would put at number 2. I mean, listen, I think people look too much in the rankings. I think he's a real problem for anybody. A number doesn't make you a better fighter, in my opinion, you know. But, you know, I think people just look too much at rankings rather than he's actually beat 2 middleweights before, John Phillips and Gerald Mearshart, and he absolutely trashed both of them. So, yeah. Will he gas out? Maybe. Will it be harder against a middleweight? Probably. But skills, I'm not going to knock until he's actually been tested in that area. Right now, he's still got a lot of hype. He's still very intriguing to watch, very exciting to watch, and yeah, I mean, Kamaru Usman was one of the best welterweights ever, right? So he almost lost to him off the couch, but Kamaru Usman looks like he's always in shape. There's no way you look like that and you're not always in shape. So Chris Curtis, I would put in 3. Dolidze, I would put in 4. I just think he relies too much on trying to stalk you and throw big bombs. Jack. I would put Jack at 3. He's not kind of great anywhere, but he's good everywhere. So yeah, I would put him there. I would put myself at 2. As a complete fighter, I would put myself at 2. I think I have big power. I think I could use a little bit more movement, right? But sometimes I fall in love with like wanting to punch people real hard. And yeah, so I'm still a growing athlete. I'm still maturing. I'm still getting smarter. So I wouldn't put myself up there having never fought a champion in the UFC, having not fought a top 5 in the UFC. I think top 5, that's when the rankings matter. But top 15, I think, is a bit excessive. I think anything between like 7 and down is just kind of overrated. But yeah, that's how I would rank it.